Welcome to NEET Mantra. I am Prince Sharma, your biology faculty and mentor. From past few days, many students are requesting me to address in English in the videos, but I am going to address you in both Hindi and English, so all the student can understand the concept. So our today's topic is gene interaction. Its definition is, it is the modification of normal phenotype expression due to their allelic or non-allelic gene. तो बेसिकली इसको ऐसे समझिए, you are going to study but you open your WhatsApp and you interact with your friend, so you waste your time with the interaction and the expression is changed. Like before you going to study, now you are chatting. So this is the interaction between genes which change the expression, and it is of two type, allelic and non-allelic. Today we are going to discuss non-allelic gene interaction, which is also known as intergenic interaction. Intergenic interaction की definition देख लेते हैं हम लोग. Interaction between alleles of different gene located on same or different chromosome. So here are two different gene which interact with each other and expression is changed. We are going to discuss four phenomena of this topic. First is epistasis, second duplicate gene or pseudoalleles, third is complementary gene, fourth is supplementary gene. So our phenomena is epistasis. It is defined as when a gene prevents the expression of another non-allelic gene, then it is known as epistatic gene and the phenomena is known as epistasis. Expression of gene which is suppressed by epistatic gene is called hypostatic gene. तो जो जीन सप्रेस कर रहा है, द जीन विच इज सप्रेसिंग इज नोन एज एपिस्टैटिक जीन, और जो जीन सप्रेस हो रहा है, द जीन विच इज सप्रेस्ड इज नोन एज हाइपोस्टैटिक जीन. सो यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड हियर आर टू जीन्स इंटरेक्शन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. सो वी आर टेकिंग अ एग्जाम्पल ऑफ हेयर कलर इन डॉग. हम एक एग्जाम्पल ले रहे हैं हेयर कलर इन डॉग, जिसमें कैपिटल बी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है डोमिनेंट अलील ऑफ ब्लैक कलर, कैपिटल बी इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग डोमिनेंट अलील ऑफ ब्लैक कलर, और स्मॉल बी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है रिसेसिव अलील फॉर ब्राउन कलर. मतलब अगर कैपिटल बी प्रेजेंट है तो वो ब्लैक कलर देता है और स्मॉल बी है तो वो ब्राउन कलर देता है. बट व्हेन आई जीन विच इज अ एपिस्टैटिक जीन is present with these genes in dominant nature, then it prevents the expression of capital B as well as small b. So to see the effect of epistatic gene, we take one pure dominant and one pure recessive. So it is an interaction between two genes, so we take one gene of hair color and one is epistatic gene, both are dominant. And here we take one gene of hair color and other is recessive epistatic gene. As you can see, when dominant epistatic gene present, it gives the white color for hair, and if recessive I gene present, then it has no effect on recessive allele of hair. So here it get brown color. When we do the cross for F1 generation, we give a capital B, small b, capital I, small I, but due to the presence of dominant epistatic gene, it will mask the expression of dominant B gene and the hair color is still white. When we do the selfing for F2 generation, we only get 3 black hair color, because here is the absence of dominant epistatic gene and the dominant B gene is present, which give black color. And we only get one brown hair color dog, because here is the absence of dominant B gene and dominant epistatic gene. Else all other 12 genotypes show white color because of the presence of dominant epistatic gene. So the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation is 12:3:1, in which 12 are white, 3 are black and 1 is brown. Next we see here duplicate gene. It is defined as two pair of non-allelic gene are present for same phenotype. If any one gene out of them is dominant, the dominant phenotype is expressed. For one same phenotype, two different genes are present which are non-allelic, and if either one of them is dominant, then the dominant phenotype is expressed. So basically one gene is duplicating the expression of other gene. Here we take the example of fruit shape in capsula, which is also known as shepherd purse. So the two genes are T and D. Either T or D, if any of these is present in dominant form, the shape of fruit is triangular. If both are present in recessive form, then only the shape of fruit is elongated. So here we take a dihybrid cross to see the effect of duplicate gene. We take a pure dominant parent and pure recessive parent. As you can see, when both the genes are present in dominant form, the shape of fruit is triangular, and when both the genes are present in recessive form, the shape of fruit is elongated. We do the cross and we get the F1 generation, which is capital D, small d, capital D, small d, and one allele of this genotype have dominant allele, so the shape of fruit is triangular. Then we do the selfing for F2 generation and we only get one elongated fruit, because in this genotype both the genes are present in recessive form, and in other 15 genotype either T is present in dominant form or D is present in dominant form. So the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation is 15:1, in which 15 are triangular in shape and 1 is elongated in shape. So here one gene masks the effect of or duplicate the expression of other gene. So if any of these is present in dominant form, the dominant phenotype is expressed. Next is complementary gene. It is defined as two pair of non-allelic genes are essential in dominant form to produce a particular character. Such genes that act together to produce an effect that neither can produce its effect separately. So we can take the example of Captain America and Iron Man. When they separately fight with Thanos, they are defeated, but when they together fight with Thanos in dominant form, they defeat Thanos. So if both the genes are present in dominant form and together, then they can only produce the dominant phenotype. If either of them is in recessive form, then they do not produce dominant phenotype. Here we take the example of color of flower in Lathyrus odoratus. Both C and P dominant, then the flower color is purple. If any one is recessive, the flower is colorless. To explain this, we see the dihybrid cross of this phenomena, in which we take one pure dominant parent and one pure recessive parent. As you can see, when both are present in dominant form, the flower is colored, and when both are present in recessive form, the flower is colorless. We do the F1 cross and we get one capital C, one small c, one capital P and one small p. But one allele of C is dominant and one allele of P is dominant. So both are dominant, so the flower is colored. When we do the selfing for F2 generation, we get 9 genotype in which flower is colored, and as you can see, I marked it with C. You can see when both the gene have at least one allele dominant, like here C is dominant and P is dominant, the flower is colored. If either of one is recessive, like this and like this, if either of one is recessive, the flower is colorless. So the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation is 9:7, in which 9 are colored and 7 are colorless. So complementary gene is like a complement to other. If one is absent, the other can't produce the particular character. Next we have supplementary gene. It is defined as a pair of genes change the effect of another non-allelic gene. It can be best explained by example. So here we take the example of coat color in mice, in which dominant C give black coat color, recessive C albino, and A is the supplementary gene. Here we look at the dihybrid cross of this phenomena, in which we have not taken dominant or recessive pure line in either of parents. When we take dominant C with recessive A, the color is black, and when we take recessive C with dominant A, the color is albino. When we cross them, we get F1 generation, which is capital C, capital A, small a. And as you can see, the F1 generation coat color doesn't match with either of parent. So here we can say this supplementary gene affecting this dominant gene to produce an entirely different phenotype than either of the parents. When we do selfing in F2 generation, we get 9 agouti and 3 black and 4 albino. And when there is a dominant supplementary gene, the color of coat is agouti. If dominant supplementary gene is absent and dominant C gene is present, the color is black. And this dominant supplementary gene have no effect on recessive C gene, the color is still albino. So the F2 ratio, phenotypic ratio of this phenomena is 9:3:4, in which 9 are agouti, 3 are black and 4 are albino. It is also known as recessive epistasis, but not epistasis, because in epistasis the epistatic gene entirely make the dominant gene to express in recessive way, but here a entirely different phenotype is produced which is not either recessive or not dominant. I hope our videos are helping your NEET preparation. If you like our video, please subscribe NEET Mantra channel. Thank you.